Never death row production. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Tyson, the next heavyweight champion of the world. Everybody else for.
Alrighty guys, what's going on? Welcome all back. It's the Empire. I'm your host Risky. Happy Sunday to all. It is May 24th. Looking back at yesterday, you know what? It's been a bad couple of days. It's Sunday, positivity, start of a new week. You guys already know the rules. It's on to the next one. We got a full slate of baseball here on tap today. Games get started nice and early. It's Sunday. You guys know how we do it on our Sundays. No real breakdown. We're going to run through these games, get to these picks. Guys, Outlier Sportsbook, the link is down in the description. Sign up with them. The first week is free. Also, at the end of the video, the 4 bets we'll be placing here today ourselves. With all of that being said, let's jump into it. First game up, we got the Pirates in Toronto taking on the Blue Jays. We got Mitch Keller on the mound for the Pirates, Cease on the mound for the Jays. Alright, getting into this one here, we saw this Blue Jays team get to Paul Skeens yesterday. They were able to get the victory in that game. Today, they're going to be seeing Mitch Keller on the mound for the Pirates. He's coming off of 2 back-to-back starts where he did not look good against the Cardinals and the Rockies. 10 innings pitched, 10 runs given up. Going into those 2 starts, he had a hard hit rate of 37%. Between those 2 games, he had a hard hit rate of 49%. Looking at the matchup here today for him, he's going to be seeing a Blue Jays lineup that's only going to have 3 left-handed bats. That's going to favor Mitch Keller. He has very good splits versus righties. I can see Mitch Keller in this game here today going about 6-7 innings, giving up a run, turning it over to a Pirates bullpen that continues to be very shaky, especially in their road games this season. I can see the Pirates bullpen coming in this one, giving up a run or 2 themselves. On the other side, we got Dylan Cease. He's coming off a rocky start against the Yankees, pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, but the 2 starts before that, pitched 14 innings, only gave up a run. Today, he's going to be seeing a Pirates lineup that strikes out the 3rd most in Major League Baseball. Dylan Cease is at his best when he's able to work the Ks. He's averaging 9 strikeouts per 9 innings coming into this one. Only 3 walks. I can see Dylan Cease though struggling with the top of this Pirates lineup with those left-handed bats. We saw him in that Yankee game struggle with the lefties in that one. I can see Dylan Cease going about 5 innings here today, giving up 2 runs, turning it over to a Blue Jays bullpen that's good on the season, but they're taxed. Coming into this game here today, I see the arms available for the Blue Jays, letting up some runs. Let's get to the picks. The Blue Jays are the betting odds favorites in this game, and I like the Road Dogs in this spot. Give me the Pittsburgh Pirates on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I like the over 7.5 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Brandon Lau with the Pirates for 2 total bases. Up next, we got the Detroit Tigers in Baltimore taking on the Orioles. We got Valdez on the mound for the Tigers. We got Young on the mound for the Orioles. Alright, we got Valdez on the mound for the Tigers in this one. He got hit up in his last outing against the Guardians where he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs. That Guardians lineup is a top 10 team in the majors versus left-handed pitching. They've been killing lefties all season. Today, he's going to be seeing an Orioles lineup that's bottom 10 team in the majors versus lefties. They're only batting .220, slugging .366 versus lefties this season. I can see Valdez, who's thrown that good sinker this season, coming out, having a good outing. There was only one guy that really matched up well against him. That's Adley Rutschman. He's been killing sinker bowlers this season. Other than that, I can see Valdez going about 6-7 innings in this one, giving up a run or 2, turning it over to a Tigers bullpen that's been extremely mediocre this season. But the rain out in yesterday's game is really going to benefit them here today. I can see the arms available for the Tigers coming in, shutting the door on this Orioles lineup. On the other side, we got Young on the mound for the Orioles. He's looked impressive in his last 2 outings, gone past the 6th inning in both of them, giving up 2 runs in both of them to the Yankees and the Nationals. Today, he's going to be seeing a Detroit Tigers lineup that's batting .242 versus right-handed pitching, slugging .380. The 2 guys that really matched up well against him, Colt Keat and Riley Green. I can see Young going about 5-6 innings, giving up 3 runs in this one, turning it over to an Orioles bullpen that's also extremely mediocre. I can see them coming out, giving up a run or 2 as well. Looking at the weather here today, it's going to be about 70 degrees. 5-mile-per-hour winds blowing from the outfield in. Ballpark Pal has it rated as one of the lower rated offensive games, -32%. Home run percentage, Let's get to the picks. The Orioles are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like the road dogs in this spot. Give me the Detroit Tigers on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I like the under 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Riley Green of the Tigers for 2 total bases. Next up, we got the Twins in Boston taking on the Red Sox. Bailey Ober on the mount for the Twins. Sonny Gray on the mount for the Red Sox. Alright, we got Bailey Ober here on the mount for the Twins, coming off a very rocky start last week against the Brewers. He went 5 innings, gave up 3 runs. He's looked good overall this season. One of his worst starts was against the Red Sox in Minnesota last month, where he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs. Looking at the matchup here today for Bailey, he's going to be seeing some good left-handed bats. He has much better splits versus righties. I can see him struggling in this game, having a comparable outing to that one where he goes about 6 innings, gives up 2 runs. The Minnesota Twins bullpen, still one of the worst in the majors. I'm expecting them to come in and give up a run or 2. On the other side, we got Sonny Gray. He's looked good this season for the Red Sox. 4 straight starts in a row where he's given up 1 run or less. The last time he got hit up is when he was in Minnesota and he saw this Twins lineup in that game. He pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs. Sonny Gray is a guy that pitches much better in his home games this season. I can see him coming out here today, going about 5-6 innings, giving up a run, turning it over to a Red Sox bullpen that continues to play very well. Looking at the weather here today, Ballpark Pal has it rated as the 2nd lowest game on the schedule. Wind blowing in from the outfield into the diamond. Let's get to the picks. The Red Sox are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like them here on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I like the under 7.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Abreu with the Red Sox for 2 total bases. Next up, we got the Guardians in Philadelphia taking on the Phillies. The left-handed pitcher Parker Messick on the mount for the Guardians. We got Andrew Painter on the mount for the Phillies. Alright, we got the rookie pitcher Parker Messick back on the mount for the Guardians. He's looked really solid to start off his career here. His last 3 outings, he's gone past the 5th inning in all of them, giving up 2 runs or less in all of them. Today, he's going to be seeing a Philadelphia Phillies lineup on the season. They're batting just .217 versus left-handed pitching. But in the last 15 games, I want to say they've been really starting to turn it around. But in their last games, 8 games especially, they're batting .242 versus left-handed pitching, slugging .390. Today, when I do the breakdown against Parker Messick against this Phillies lineup, there is a few guys that match up well against him. Parker Messick's throwing that fastball close to 40% of the time, mixing in a good sinker ball, especially when he goes up against left-handed bats. The sinker's been working very well this season. I can see Messick going about 6 innings here today, giving up a run, turning it over to Cleveland Guardians bullpen that's been very good this season, but they're taxed coming into this one. We saw in yesterday's game they gave up some runs late. I'm expecting them to do the same here today. On the other side, we got the other rookie pitcher, Andrew Painter. He's looked terrible, especially in the month of May here. He's given up 3 runs or more in all of his starts. Today, he's going to be seeing a Cleveland Guardians lineup that's going to have 8 left-handed bats. Surprisingly, to start up his career, he actually has much better splits versus left-handed bats than he does righties. I'm still expecting him to struggle in this one here today. I'm seeing Andrew Painter going about 5-6 innings, giving up 2 runs, turning it over to a Phillies bullpen that's completely rested. They've been playing very well of late. I'm expecting them to come in this game here today, give up a run, but nothing too crazy, shutting the door on this Guardians lineup. Looking at the weather, we got about 70 degrees with wind blowing in from the outfield into the diamond. Let's get to the picks. The Guardians are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I like the home dogs in this spot. Give me the Philadelphia Phillies on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I got this a 4-3 game for the Phillies. I like the under 7.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Trey Turner of the Phillies for 2 total bases. Up next, we got the Tampa Bay Rays in New York taking on the Yankees. Ras Munson on the mount for the Rays. We got the left-handed pitcher Weathers on the mount for the Yankees. Alright, getting into this one here, this game got rained out yesterday. This is actually the same exact pitching matchup from yesterday's game, so that's a good thing. We didn't have to go too crazy with the research on this one. The 2 big components that's changed here today is the fact that the Yankees bullpen was able to get an extra day of rest. That was one of their biggest disadvantages going into yesterday's game. Another thing was the weather. The way the weather was breaking down, it was going to favor much more of a pitching. It's going to be pitcher friendly here today, but it was going to be really pitcher friendly in yesterday's game. Doing the breakdown here today, I can see Rasmussen struggling a bit with this Yankees lineup. He's going to see 6 left-handed bats. He's struggling versus lefties this season, especially giving up hard-hit balls to left-handed batters. Right now, left-handed batters are having a hard hit rate of 38% versus Rasmussen out there in Yankee Stadium. The short porch for lefties, I can see him giving up a home run or two in this one. On the other side, we got the left-handed pitcher Weathers. He's going to be seeing a lineup here today with some good right-handed bats. He struggles versus righties. Guys like Diaz and Camareno could definitely get a home run off of him on this one. In this one, the Tampa Bay Rays bullpen has definitely been playing much better overall, especially in the month of May, than the Yankees bullpen. Let's get right to the picks. The Yankees are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like them here on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I like the under 7.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Cody Bellinger of the Yankees for 2 total bases. Next up, we got the Mets in Miami taking on the Marlins. Scott on the mount for the Mets. We got Phillips on the mount for the Marlins. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Scott back on the mount for the Mets. This guy's been like an opener pretty much for the Mets every time he goes out there, giving you at least 4 innings, if not 5 is the max. His last outing last week against the Nationals had probably his worst game of the season. Pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs. Like I said, either than that, he's going 4 innings, giving up 2 runs or less. Today, he's going to be seeing a Miami Marlins lineup, 7 left-handed bats. Believe it or not, Christian Scott's another right-handed pitcher that has very good splits versus lefties. He's only going to see 3 right-handed bats who he struggles with. I can see Scott having another typical start here today where he goes 4 innings, gives up 2 runs, turning it over to a Mets bullpen that continues to play very well. I like the arms available here for the Mets today. I like them to come in this one and stop the bleeding, if not give up a run or two, but nothing too crazy. On the other side, we got Phillips. He's going to be opening up this game here for Miami. It's going to be a bullpen day for them. The Miami Marlins bullpen has been a very good bullpen all season, but coming into this game, I'm looking at the arms available for them. For one, they're going to have to leave Phillips out there for at least 3 innings, if not go a bit more. I'm expecting this Mets lineup to get a few runs off of him. Then the arms that's going to come in after him, I'm expecting the Mets to get a few off of them. I like the Mets here today to put up some runs. They're trying to avoid getting swept in this one. Looking at it's down in Miami, so no real weather to sway anything. Let's get to the picks. The Mets are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like them here on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I like the over 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Juan Soto of the Mets to hit a home run today. Alright, up next, we got the St. Louis Cardinals in Cincinnati taking on the Reds. The left-handed pitcher Liberatore on the mount for the Cardinals. Brady Singer on the mount for the Reds. Alright, getting into this one here, the first thing we got to pay attention to, these two teams played in a doubleheader yesterday. Their bullpens are completely taxed coming into it, completely exhausted. I can see both of these starting pitchers, even if they're getting hit up, being left out there an inning or 2 extra. Getting into this one, we got the left-handed pitcher Matthew Liberatore on the mount for the Cardinals. This was a guy last season that was very good. This year, he's extremely mediocre, really struggling with his command this season, giving up 3 or more walks in all of his starts. Today, he's going to be seeing a Cincinnati Reds lineup that has been hitting left-handed pitching very well this season. In their last 8 games played, they're batting .247 versus lefties, slugging .390. I can see Matthew Liberatore, like I said, giving up those walks, giving up a home run or 2 in this game. Also, I can see him pitching 5-6 innings, giving up 4 runs, turning it over to Cardinals bullpen, completely taxed. I'm expecting them to give up some runs as well. On the other side, we got Brady Singer. He's been absolutely terrible this season. He's thrown that sinker ball over 40% of the time, hard hit rate at 49% right now. I'm expecting him to get lit up in this game. This St. Louis Cardinals team overall is batting .262 in their last 8 games played, slugging .420 in those last 8 games. I can see Brady Singer giving up a bunch of runs. Getting into the weather now, this is going to be the most important thing. Ballpark Pal has this as the top rated offensive game on the schedule, plus 27% home run percentage, wind blowing from the outfield, from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The Cincinnati Reds are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like the road dogs in this spot. Give me the St. Louis Cardinals on the money line. The game total set at 9.5. I like the over 9.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking 1 Red, 1 Cardinal. Give me Jordan Walker of the Cardinals, Sal Stewart of the Reds, both to hit home runs in this game today. Next up, we got the Dodgers in Milwaukee taking on the Brewers. Yamamoto on the mound for the Dodgers, Sprout on the mound for the Brewers. Yamamoto here on the mound for the Dodgers. In the month of May, he's looked extremely mediocre. 4 starts, he has an ERA of 4.97. Today, he's going to be seeing a Milwaukee Brewers lineup that continues to hit the ball very well. They're batting .280 in their last 8 games played, slugging .408. Yamamoto struggles versus left-handed bats. There's going to be some good lefties in this Milwaukee Brewers lineup. I'm expecting Yamamoto to go 6 innings, give up 2 runs here today. I like the Dodgers bullpen. I like the spot that they're in. They've been good overall on the season. Like I said, I like the spot they're in. I'm liking the arms available for them to come in, shut the door on this Milwaukee Brewers lineup. On the other side, we got Sprout on the mound. Sprout is very similar to Scott that we were talking about for the Mets. These are guys that are filling in for some injured pitchers. They're going about 4 or 5 innings every time they come out. Then the bullpens have to come in after that. Sprouts look good. He's been getting better, I should say, in all of his outings. He has a very good ground ball rate. It's at 43% right now. I can see Sprout struggling with the top of this Dodgers lineup, especially all the lefties in it. The 2 main guys to match up well against him is Freddie Freeman and Ohtani. I can see Sprout going his regular 5 innings, giving up 3 runs, turning it over to a Brewers bullpen that is very taxed coming into this one. They've been a good bullpen overall in the season, but I don't like the arms available for them in this one. It's out in Milwaukee in the Dome, so no weather to sway anything. Let's get to the picks. The Dodgers are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like them here on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I like the over 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Shohei Ohtani of the Dodgers to hit a home run today. Alright, up next, we got the Houston Astros in Chicago taking on the bum-ass Cubs. We got Peter Lambert on the mound for the Astros, the left-handed pitcher Imanaga on the mound for the Cubs. Alright, getting into this one here, man, the Cubs continue to just make me look like a fool here these last few days. Today, they're going to be seeing the right-handed pitcher Peter Lambert on the mound. He's been really impressive this season. The big knock on Peter Lambert is when he sees a lineup that's loaded with left-handed bats, like he's going to see here today with the Chicago Cubs. 2 starts ago against the Mariners, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs to that lineup. This Cubs team is hitting .252 on the season versus right-handed pitching. Granted, in their last 8 games played, they're only batting .220 as a team. I can see this Cubs team getting to Peter Lambert here today, getting 3 runs off of him. Lambert going about 5 innings, turning it over to Astros bullpen. Still the worst bullpen in the majors, but have been playing much better in their last 2 weeks. We've seen progression from them in their last 8 games played. They have a bullpen ERA of 4.15. I still expect him to come in this game here today and give up a run or 2. On the other side, we have the left-handed pitcher Imanaga. We talk about it all the time when he pitches, a contact pitcher. Flyout percentage is at 45%. You got to look at the weather when he pitches. It's going to be very pitcher-friendly weather out there in Wrigley Field today. We're going to have 8 to 10 mile-per-hour winds blowing from the outfield into the diamond. One thing I do worry about for Imanaga, this entire lineup is right-handed bats. I don't expect Yordan Alvarez to be playing. He got hurt in yesterday's game, so they're going to replace him with another right-handed bat. So Imanaga will probably be seeing 8 righties in this lineup here today for the Astros. I do expect them to get a run or 2 off of him, turn it over to a Cubs bullpen. That has been the one good thing for them in this little stretch. The bullpen for the Cubs continue to play very well. The arms available for the Cubs are very good as well. I'm expecting them to come in and shut the door on the Astros. Looking at the weather, 60 degrees, wind blowing in, very pitcher friendly. Let's get to the picks. The Cubs are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like them here on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I like the under 7.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Pete Crow Armstrong of the Cubs for 2 total bases today. Up next, we got the White Sox in San Francisco taking on the Giants. 2 left-handed starting pitchers in this game. We got Schultz on the mound for the White Sox. We got Robbie Ray on the mound for the Giants. Alright, getting into this one here. This turned out to be a very intriguing game overall. A very difficult game to call overall. We got Schultz on the mound here for the White Sox. He's looked good this season. The rookie pitcher has had some really sharp outings, but then he's had some starts where he's gotten hit up. The big struggle with him is right-handed bats. He's going to be seeing a lineup here today with 5 righties. Overall, both of these offenses this season is struggling to get the left-handed pitching. I can see Schultz coming out here today, going about 6 innings, giving up 2 runs, turning it over to a White Sox bullpen that is tax coming into it. I don't like the spot for the White Sox bullpen. I'm expecting them to come in and give up a few. On the other side, we got Robbie Ray. He's been getting better as the season's gone along. He's gotten hit up in a few of his starts as well. Very similar to the rookie pitcher Schultz. Looking at the matchup here today for him, he's going to be seeing a lineup with 6 left-handed bats. He has really good splits versus lefties. Granted, the right-handed bats he's going to be seeing in this White Sox order are some really good bats. Guys like Vargas match up very well against them. I can see Robbie Ray giving up a home run or two in this one, pitching about 6 innings, giving up 3 runs, turning it over to a Giants bullpen that's been playing very well. They're rested coming into it. I'm expecting them to come and shut the door on this White Sox bullpen. On this White Sox lineup. Looking at the weather here today, Ballpark Pal has it as a very pitcher-friendly game. We're going to have wind blowing from the outfield into the diamond. Let's get to the picks. The Giants are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like the road dogs in this spot. Give me the Chicago White Sox on the money line. The game total set at 8. I like the over 8 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Vargas of the White Sox to hit a home run today. Up next, we got the Washington Nationals in Atlanta taking on the Braves. 2 left-handed starting pitchers in this one. We got Foster Griffin on the mound for the Nats. We got Perez on the mound for the Braves. Alright, getting into this one, man, what the hell has happened to the Braves offense? They've gone ice cold in the last week plus. In their last 8 games played, this team is batting just .222 as a team, slugging .370. Ever since Baldwin got hurt, the offense just shut down. Today, they're going to be seeing the left-handed pitcher Foster Griffin on the mound for the Nationals. He's coming off a really good start last week against the Mets. Today he's going to be seeing an Atlanta Braves team on the season. They're batting .260 versus left-handed pitching. There is a few guys like Ronald Acuna that really match up well against them. Foster Griffin's a low-velocity pitcher that pitches for a lot of contact. I can see him struggling in this one here today. Turning it over to a Nationals bullpen that continues to play very well in the last week or so. In their last 10 games played, the Washington Nationals bullpen has an ERA of 4.08. On the other side, we got Perez on the mound. He's looked solid. This guy is sometimes in the pitching rotation, sometimes in the bullpen. He's like a utility guy. Whatever they need him to do, he does it, and he does it well. Today, he's going to be seeing a Nationals lineup that versus left-handed pitching. They've been hitting lefties very well this season. I can see, granted, the last few lefties this Nationals lineup has seen, they've been struggling against them. We saw them struggle against Peterson of the Mets last week. I can see Perez of the Braves coming out here today, who also had pitches for a lot of contact. He has a good ground ball rate. It's at 39%. I see him giving up a run or two in this one. On top of that, the Atlanta Braves bullpen, they continue to play very well. We've seen them play well in this whole series. I'm expecting them to come and shut the door on this Nationals bats. Looking at the weather here today, another pitcher-friendly day. We're going to have wind blowing from the outfield into the diamond. Let's get to the picks. The Atlanta Braves are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the run line. The game total set at 8.5. I got this a 5-3 game for the Braves. I like the under 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Ronald Acuna of the Braves to hit a home run today. Next up, we got the Colorado Rockies in Arizona taking on the Diamondbacks. We got the left-handed pitcher Quintana on the mound for the Rockies. We got Nelson on the mound for the Diamondbacks. Alright, we got the left-handed pitcher Quintana on the mound for the Rockies. Started off the season looking really sharp. His last 3 outings, though, he's been getting roughed up. We've seen some regression, giving up 3 or more runs in all of those games. Today, he's going to be seeing a Diamondbacks lineup that's going to feature 6 right-handed bats. Quintana struggles versus righties. Not to mention, he's a ground ball pitcher, throws the sinker 40% of the time. This Diamondbacks lineup's been hitting sinker ball pitchers well this year. I'm expecting them to get 2-3 runs off of Quintana. Quintana going about 5-6 innings in this one, turning it over to a Rockies bullpen, where we're also starting to see some regression. In the last 8 games played, they have a bullpen ERA of 4.85. I'm expecting them to come in this one, give up a run or two. On the other side, we got Nelson on the mound for the Diamondbacks. He's been absolutely terrible all season. This was a guy last year was actually very good. This season, giving up 3 or more runs in all of his starts. He's going to be seeing a Rockies lineup. Dal Moniak, who's been their best power bat from the left side this season. We've really seen the effect of it. The bottom half of this Rockies lineup, you really seen there's no offense generated at the bottom half of this lineup. I see Nelson having one of his better starts of the season. I still see him giving up some runs in this one, him going 6 innings, giving up 2 runs, turning it over to a Diamondbacks bullpen that has been playing well of late, not to mention they're rested coming into it. I like the arms available for the Diamondbacks to come in, shut the door on the Rockies. It's down in Arizona in the Dome, so no weather to sway anything. Let's get to the picks. The Diamondbacks are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like them here on the money line. The game total set at 9.5. I like the under 9.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Marte of the Diamondbacks to hit a home run today. Then the final game of the day, we got the Texas Rangers in Los Angeles taking on the Angels. 2 left-handed starting pitchers in this one. We got Mackenzie Gore on the mound for the Rangers. Reed Detmers on the mound for the Angels. Alright, getting into this one here, the Angels trying to complete the sweep of the Rangers tonight. They got the left-handed pitcher Mackenzie Gore on the mound for Texas. He's looked really shaky in the month of May. 4 starts, giving up. His walk rate and his control's really been the issue. Walking 3 or more batters in all of the starts, giving up 3 or more runs in all of the games. The big thing that will be an advantage for Mackenzie Gore, he is a strikeout pitcher, averaging 5.5 Ks per start this season, averaging 8.5 Ks per 9 innings. Today he's going to be seeing an Angels lineup that strikes out the 5th most in Major League Baseball. That will lead to some success for Mackenzie Gore, but on the big thing, this Angels lineup has really came around versus left-handed pitching in their last 8 games. They're batting .242 versus left-handed pitching, slugging .417 versus lefties. So they've really been showing some power versus lefties. Mackenzie Gore is a guy prone to give the home run ball. I can see him giving up 1 or 2 home runs in this one, struggling against this Angels lineup, pitching about 5 innings, giving up 3 to 4 runs, turning it over to a Rangers bullpen that's been very good this season, but they are highly taxed coming into this game tonight. On the other side, we got the left-handed pitcher Reed Detmers. He's looked absolutely terrible. We were talking about Mackenzie Gore looking bad in the month of May. Reed Detmers has looked absolutely terrible, even worse than Mackenzie Gore this month, giving up 4 more runs in all of his starts. Today he's going to be seeing a Texas Rangers lineup, fortunately for him, has been very cold, especially when it comes to hitting left-handed pitching. They're batting just .225 versus lefties, slugging .380. Reed Detmers is a strikeout pitcher. He's at his best when he's working the Ks, but he is able to work the ground balls as well. I can see him having a good outing here today, going about 6 innings, giving up a run, turning it over to an Angels bullpen. Still one of the worst bullpens in the majors. I'm expecting them to come in, give up a run or 2. Looking at the weather, it's going to be hitter friendly. We're going to have wind blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The Rangers are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I like the home dogs in this spot. Give me the Los Angeles Angels on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I like the over 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Jorge Soler of the Angels to hit a home run today. Alrighty guys, before we get up out of here, the 4 bets we'll be placing here today ourselves. We start off with our ladder play, $10 bet, and we're taking the Philadelphia Phillies on the money line. We're getting them at +110. This is our ladder play of the day. Up next, we have a 3-leg home run parlay we're playing here today. We're going to start it off with Juan Soto of the Mets. We're then going to play Shohei Ohtani of the Dodgers. And we wrap it up with Kentrell Marte of the Arizona Diamondbacks. A 3-leg $10 home run parlay. Next up, we have a 3-leg parlay we're playing here today. We started off with the New York Mets on the money line. We're then going to play the Arizona Diamondbacks on the money line. And we wrap up the parlay with the Texas Rangers Angels game total to go over 8.5 total runs. And our final bet of the day will be a 4-leg parlay, where we started off with the Pittsburgh Pirates Toronto Blue Jays game total to go over 7.5 total runs. We're then going to play the Detroit Tigers Baltimore Orioles game total to go under 8.5 total runs. And we wrap up the parlay with the Boston Red Sox on the money line and the Atlanta Braves on the money line. Once again, guys, before we get up out of here, I just want to send my salutes out to you all. It's Sunday. I hope everybody enjoys their day today. You guys know I appreciate you all. I respect you all. Hope we all win some money here today, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.